So there's a break in the Catholic Church. It's called a schism, a breakaway, where some people remain with the Catholic Church and others start to follow the teachings of Martin Luther, who begins the Protestant religion. Okay? So, and this comes out of the thought of humanism, in that the church can't be all-knowing about everything. I bet the church didn't like that, right? You're darn right they didn't like it. They didn't want to be challenged in anything. And along in this time comes the scientific revolution, which really shakes stuff up, okay? It shakes it up because the scientific revolution marks the start of the thoughts that we have in modern science in society today. And it sparked physics and astrology and biology and chemistry, right? And when we talked about this, we learned that Galileo was working at that time, and he had telescopes. And because of his telescopes, they magnified the heavens quite a bit. And he was the father of astronomy anyway, the scientific method. Because of these telescopes, he was able to see things that we couldn't see with the naked eye. Now, the thought in science during that time was that everything revolved around the earth. Of course, around the earth, right? We were the people, we're the earth, we're the most important, everything goes around it. But we know that that's not true. So he was the inventor of a refracting telescope, which allowed him to see things up in the heavens that people couldn't see before. And the first thing that he discovers are the phases of Venus. You know, like the phases of the moon, sometimes there's a crescent, sometimes it's a quarter, sometimes it's 3/4, then a little crescent, then a new moon, right? Oh, full moons in there too, okay. Well, based on these observations, he realizes that Venus is not orbiting around us. We're orbiting with Venus around something else, and he knows that's the sun. So that's the first thing. The second thing that he discovers are the moons of Jupiter. And he sees that those moons are orbiting around Jupiter. So ta-da, church is wrong. They're not orbiting around us. Things are orbiting, going around other planets, and other planets are orbiting the sun, including the Earth. Okay? You can be assured that they were not happy with this. The church did not like being told that it did not know what it was doing and that it was wrong. And people like Galileo were put in jail. They were put in jail because of their beliefs, because they were going against the Catholic Church.